Welcome to the deep dive. You know that feeling, right? When someone asks, "How was your day?" And your automatic response is just good or fine, maybe okay.
hmm the standard reply.
Exactly. It's polite, sure, and easy. But sometimes you kind of walk away feeling like you missed something.
An opportunity.
Like you talked at them, not really with them. Well, today we're taking a deep dive right into that exact moment. Our mission really is to unpack why consciously choosing to use actual emotion words in your daily chats can profoundly transform things.
Right.
Not just how you connect with others, but also how you genuinely understand yourself. We've been digging through some really insightful material, focusing on making English not just, correct, but emotionally real.
Yeah. And it's fascinating, isn't it? Because that seemingly harmless good
Mm.
it often masks this whole rich tapestry of what you actually felt. This deep dive, I think, will really show why those generic replies are kind of missed opportunities and how, like our sources suggest, just adding a few well-chosen emotion words can make your interactions, well, instantly more authentic, more
Mhm.
personal.
Okay.
Let's unpack this properly.
Okay, so here's where it gets really interesting for me. Think about that classic "how was your day" scenario again. Saying good isn't, wrong. Of course not. But the material we looked at, it describes it as, frankly, quite boring.
Yeah. Boring is the word they use.
And not just for the listener,
Hmm.
right? But maybe even for you, it's like a missed beat for connection, even self-reflection.
Exactly. And if we connect this to the bigger picture,
Mm.
uh, using actual feeling words isn't just about talking more. It's about adding depth, truth, really, to your communication.
Hmm.
It shows you're actually engaging with your own experience. I mean, think about the difference. I'm totally exhausted.
Yes.
Or, ugh, it was so frustrating today.
Yeah.
Or even, you know what? It's been such a fun day. These phrases, they just immediately convey so much more than a flat good. They invite a completely different kind of conversation, don't they?
They absolutely do. It's like opening a small window instead of keeping the door shut.
Mm.
So, okay, what does this actually look like in practice, day to day? The sources we've looked at point to some, well, simple but really powerful emotion words.
Mm.
Perfect for everyday use, like immediate upgrades to your emotional vocabulary.
Let's start on the positive side. You've got words like happy, obviously, excited, relaxed, grateful, energetic.
Simple ones.
Yeah, pretty common. But instead of just good, you might say, I'm feeling so relaxed after that yoga class,
Mhm.
or I'm actually incredibly excited for the weekend plans. See, they're not just labels, they're like little invitations for more detail.
Yeah, makes sense. And then on the flip side, when things aren't quite so bright.
Right. We have words like tired, bored, stressed, frustrated, or maybe just sad. So you could say something like, honestly, I'm pretty tired. Didn't sleep well last night.
Hmm.
Or maybe, ugh, work was genuinely frustrating today.
It's really interesting how these immediate, specific words just carry so much more weight, more meaning than those vague ones.
Totally.
It's almost like they activate a different part of the listener's brain, encouraging empathy, maybe?
That brings up a really crucial point, actually, something the research highlights. It's called emotional granularity.
Emotional granularity. Okay.
It's basically the ability to precisely label and tell the difference between your emotions.
Hmm.
So when you can say frustrated instead of just, bad,
Right.
you're not only giving clearer information to the other person, but you're also engaging a higher level of thinking in your own mind.
Huh. Interesting.
Which raises the question, right? How do these words actually play out in like a real conversation?
Hmm.
The material gives us a pretty simple but quite impactful little dialogue example.
Right. I remember this one. Imagine this chat. Person A asks, "How is your day?" And instead of the usual "fine," the response is, "Honestly, I'm feeling a bit stressed. Just too many deadlines."
Okay, so that's the opening. Now, what happens next is key.
Mhm.
The other person offers empathy. They say something like, oh, I get that. I felt totally overwhelmed myself last week.
Yeah, that acknowledgement.
Exactly. And then maybe the question gets asked back, how about you?
Hmm.
And the answer comes, actually, not bad. I'm feeling pretty productive today. Finished all my tasks early.
See, that little exchange, it seems so simple,
It is simple.
but it really highlights how just one specific emotion word, stressed, productive, conveys so much more than fine or okay.
Right. It immediately creates an opening for, well, genuine connection.
Yeah.
And frankly, it's a more satisfying chat for both people, isn't it? It skips the superficial stuff, dives right into a bit of mutual understanding.
It does. So for you listening, the sources offer a really simple but powerful exercise to help make this a habit. It's sometimes called effect labeling.
Right.
Basically, try completing sentences like, right now I feel blank,
Mhm.
or today has been blank. And here's the interesting part, the kicker. Try saying it out loud, even if you're just talking to yourself.
Yeah, that out loud part is important. This practice, even just speaking it alone, is described as real practice.
Real practice.
It's
Okay.
about building that habit,
Yeah.
recognizing, processing, and then actually articulating your own emotional state.
Mhm.
Think of it like strengthening a muscle. The more you name your feelings, the better you get at emotional self-regulation.
Hmm.
And understanding what drives your reactions, it actually boosts your emotional intelligence, allows you to react more thoughtfully instead of just,
Right,
instinctively.
moving from reaction to
Yeah,
response.
precise.
And to really make this stick, the sources offer a clear challenge, a daily thing. Every day, try to choose 3 distinct emotion words to describe your day, and at different points, like morning, afternoon, evening.
It's surprisingly illuminating when you actually do it. For example, okay, morning.
Yeah,
Maybe you genuinely feel sleepy.
yep, relatable.
But then maybe after coffee and getting through some emails, you shift. You might feel focused.
Okay.
And then by evening, maybe after dinner, relaxing, you could feel quite calm.
Sleepy, focused, calm, 3 different feelings.
Exactly. This daily check-in, as the material suggests, isn't just about growing your emotional vocabulary list. It's a direct path to deeper self-awareness. You start noticing patterns, your triggers, what really energizes you or drains you.
You could even keep a little mood journal, couldn't you?
Absolutely. That's a great extension of the idea.
So wrapping this up a bit, what does this all mean for your communication day in, day out? This deep dive, I think, has really shown us how replacing those vague default answers with specific emotion words can dramatically enrich your conversations.
Hmm.
It's about opening a clearer window into your actual experience, inviting deeper connections based on, well, genuine understanding.
And what's fascinating here, and maybe something to think about next, is that while we've touched on both positive and negative feelings, expressing those more challenging emotions when you're genuinely sad or angry or just really not okay, doing that politely and clearly, that's a whole separate but equally vital skill.
Ah, yeah, that's a big one. How to do that well.
Right. It takes self-awareness, careful framing,
Right.
maybe using I statements so you convey your experience without, blaming others, understanding how to navigate those trickier emotional landscapes effectively. Well, how might that further empower your communication, foster more resilience in your relationships? Something to consider.
That's a great point to end on, a really important skill to develop. So, we definitely encourage you listening, try this out. Just notice. Observe how much more you can convey, how much more you connect, by simply adding a few specific emotion words to your day. You might just surprise yourself with the depth of connection that can emerge from such a small change. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive.